Hey Frank, can you take Stella for a walk?
Oh, what the hell, Frank? These are for the dog.
Hey everybody. I know it's been quite some time since I post, and I appreciate all the emails that I've been getting. I'm fine. Everything's okay. No health problems, nothing like that. Just haven't had a lot of comic stuff going on really since probably last summer. Although today something arrived and I thought I would share it with everybody. I did a trade, which, as you know, is one of my favorites to do instead of buying. I like to trade instead of money exchanging hands for a whole bunch of reasons. But mostly because it reminds me of what we used to do when I was a kid, where we'd meet at the VFW halls and things like that. And there'd be big folding tables out, and people would bring their comics and sometimes baseball cards too, and we just trade. And you know, sometimes you had a guide. I don't remember anyone bringing the Overstreet guide, but it used to be a publication. I think it was called I think it was by Attic Books. It was like newsprint. This was a precursor to good tape job, by the way. It was a precursor to Wizard magazine, so this would have been in the 80s. And for me, that was my favorite way to get comic books, was to I need a sharper knife, don't I? Plus, I think it makes it easier on both ends. You don't have to worry about what you're going to pay for something and worry about carrying all that kind of cash around and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, this was well beyond before PayPal and all that kind of stuff. Great pack job. So double boxed. Like to see that. Massive amounts of bubble wrap, which will of course get reused. I can remember when I first started watching YouTube and guys would do unboxings like this. And after about 3 or 4, you'd really start to get super irritated. You'd say, why didn't you unbox that damn thing before you turn the camera on? But anyway, put my eyes on to get a good look at this. To me, this is a book that started the whole Marvel run. I had a copy of this in a 2.0, and I traded it towards this with some other slabs that I had that I don't really care to have many more, so I traded them off. But this was just a beautiful, beautiful copy, and I thought I would share it with y'all. The Fantastic Four, #1 in 4/5, and the guy that I got it from, he bought it like this, so he didn't put it in. But I'm not a big fan of those labels normally, but that one's a great Jack Kirby image, and since this is a Jack Kirby book, I think that's pretty fitting. Take it out of the Mylar here. I don't know if it's going to make any effect because it's in a slab and it's plastic, but it's okay. Maybe it's a little better. Look at that. A little bit of chipping on the edge, not much. The thing that I liked about it is it's very bright. It's great colors on it, especially the red. I've looked at so many of these books and the reds have faded so badly, so just very excited to get it. This is a PC copy, of course, so I will never stop looking. You know how it is. We do like to upgrade a lot, but I'm happy with it. I mean, if I don't want to get another one, I'm totally okay with it. There aren't any other really, I would say, big books. I mean, I would look at a AF-15, I think, if one came around, but I'm not pursuing it. And there's some, Bronze Horror and some older books that I'm still kind of wanting to get. But again, it's not that urgent for me anymore. So other big news, I'm probably moving. I have an accepted offer on a building lot, and there's still some, you know how things go when you buy property. But once that all comes through, possibly one of the next videos you may see me in a different location. I did get a bunch of books back that Mike and I submitted I think it's 10, 11, 12, something like that. All but one are back. So when we get that last one back, I think probably next week, I'll probably do a video, and it'll be an old school unboxing, and it might actually be right after this video. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all your kind words. Thanks again for anyone that stops by and sees me at shows. I do like seeing everybody that also watches the channel. I think it's a lot of fun. But until then, I'll see ya.
It's time for another episode of The Luther Manning Show.
Hey everybody, we're still alive. This is real.
This is actually a clone.
We should have got like a New York Times or proof of life.
Yeah.
But I guess you could fake that now too, so.
Now, we actually had a couple of failed clone attempts with Patrick.
Count my fingers.
This is Patrick version 1.7.
Yeah, I'm only slightly retarded.
One too many home electrical repair jobs there that went awry.
So we've been away, and I looked up. We haven't done a CGC video since July 6, 2024.
I've been making videos over on Instagram.
Well, yeah.
Every month.
Like big on Instagram. And, a lot of you would email me and say, hey, is everything okay? I think a lot of people thought maybe something happened to me health-wise.
And it did.
Yeah, I lost
mentally.
What mental I had. But, everything's fine. I just haven't been into the comic book stuff as I was. And
porn.
It's I don't know. It's not that. It's a gradual thing, I think. I looked at, I started making videos in 2017, and I watched videos, like Nick and people like that for a couple years before.
You were the OG.
Yeah, and then, I stepped away from comic books for 20 years. From 93 to 2013, I got back into it, and, then I just went crazy when I first got into it. And then around 2017, I decided this isn't so great. I don't love all this stuff. I kind of beat the completionist, and I started selling. And then we started doing the CGC videos and
reinvigorated.
Yeah, and then I got all the books I always wanted, like the video that it was on here before this video. I'm going to use it as the opening. It shows the Fantastic Four that I got, and that was always the book I always wanted to get. So it's like I got that book, and I'm happy with it, and I have my landfill collection. I still have about 300 books that I love that I'll hang on to, but that's my collection now. It's about 500 comics.
Sold most of those books.
Yeah, I sold so much stuff, and it's weird. At first, it seems like it's going to bother you, but then once you start selling it, you don't miss it. It's like, as Nick said, he likes to collect money, not comics. And I stay in touch with Nick, and I've been talking to him, and as you know, I see John a lot, and I haven't talked to Anthony in a while, but you talked to him.
I've talked to Anthony about I talked to him 3 or 4 times today. Yeah.
So,
I've seen Anthony more than I've seen you in the last year.
Yeah,
I've seen Anthony. I went down there, and I went to Baltimore Comic Con. I picked him up. I was driving through Jersey, 5 hours out of the way, and I picked up Anthony. Went to Baltimore. I was in Princeton for the Big Apple Con, and I stayed near Anthony that time, and I think I've seen him 3 times in the last 7-8 months.
Yeah.
So
and for those of you who still watch Dr. Von Chilla, he mentioned that he went through his collection and he shrunk it a little more. So I'll be getting probably 3 or 4 more boxes from him tomorrow, and those will be all ready for Mike's big show in July. It's July 10th and 11th this year, Empire Comic Fest, and I'll put a whole bunch of stuff below, links and all that stuff, so you can go. And it gets better every year and more fun every year. We have, there's a lot of out-of-state dealers now coming in. It used to just be kind of Rochester guys, but now we have people from Ohio and Virginia and all over the place.
If you guys go to the Little Giant Jason Brodnick show in New Hampshire, it's very similar to that. We actually kind of stole some of Jason's ideas. It's a 2-day comic-only dealer show. This year we have the Kirby Museum coming back. We have Dan Vogel there. We should have Roger Stern, Al Milgram, Alex Salviak, and we just finished approvals on an exclusive comic for the show with Bart Spears doing the artwork for it. It's 33 dealers, give or take. We got guys that do the circuit. Ditko Club Comics, Darren Ford's going to be there. Spinoff from Superworld, Ted Van Loo's business, which is Joe and Adam Fish, the Fish brothers. They're going to be there with their Robo Picto business. Moving Pictures, Rob Griffin's going to be there. and a bunch of other, a couple of original owner collections are going to pop up again. The small shows are great. If you go to the big shows, they kind of get cannibalized by their dealers. All the good books do, but we bring a couple of first time to the market original owner collections into the show. This year, the guy sent me some pictures, and he's like, "I want to sell my books." And I go, "What do you have?" And he's like, "I don't know." He had like a couple of Daredevil #1s. X-Men when I said, "You're in."
Perfect.
And he goes, "How do I price them?" I said, "I'll help you with that."
Yeah. Low.
Yeah. So, but
so what we have today is I had a small, I think it's 11 books.
yes.
I got to get something.
So while he's going to the bathroom again,
Enjoy, because every single one of these was at the last show.
Yeah.
And they were great. I mean, really low prices. And these are the survivors. They didn't get purchased. So
my story is a little more brief. So I started collecting back in 1973. That's it.
Yeah.
And I still do. I still do. I'm on Instagram. I do monthly sales on Instagram now. And if you guys want to check it out, it's under my business name, sellingcomicsdotcom, DOTCOM. sellingcomics.com. But I do a yearly show now, Empire Comic Fest. I'm also a dealer now at the Terrificon coming up in August. I'll be there again. The dealers loved me last year. I'm looking at you, Ted Van Loo. They came over and raided my bins, but I do Terrificon as a dealer. I also do the Big Apple Con in November in New York City, and Instagram every month. So we have a couple of guys. I'll talk to that in a few minutes. But Ben, man from Beantown, he's, I think, a watcher of this channel, but he also buys from me on Instagram. I think I've seen a couple of guys from your show that met me at the Big Apple Con. I'm doing a couple of shows a year and just, getting tons of books back from CGC while, you knit your shawls and get ready for retirement.
I alluded to the video that you probably watched before this, that I bought some property out of state, and I'll be moving there probably later this summer. So, the scenery may change a little bit.
Going off the grid.
Yeah, going off the grid. So, it comes sooner sometimes than you think. Sometimes you just kind of tumble along. And Mike and I were talking about this because, it's close in age. You can kind of start to see that tunnel.
Yeah.
And I think that's that way too for a lot of collectors too, where we're starting to see a lot of collectors kind of contact us, and they're kind of aging out, or they've had their fun with it, and they died, unfortunately, and they're just looking to move on.
We just had a call today about that.
I know. So
Mile High collection, or Mile High type collection.
Yeah, right before this started. That was different type of they were one-handed periodicals.
Yeah.
So anyway. Well, before these guys are all get angry in the comments, or they're speeding through, let's rip through these. That's the way CGC comes now, in this bizarre Michelin Man.
So about a year ago, they started using these things. These are great. I don't know what to call these things. I took it out of the box. I've already seen the grades because I had mixed a bunch of other books in with Patrick's books. But I think, are these all Dr. Von Chilla's books?
A lot of them are.
Is the Avengers yours?
The Avengers is nice, yeah.
Okay, so the crappy book was yours, the good books are John's.
Yeah.
I don't know, is this a kind of like a little capsule, or call this something, but it's not an unboxing, it's more like a, I don't know.
Unveiling.
We're not opening a box, we're kind of
Whatever
like,
you call that thing.
We're unbundling the books. But yeah, so these are nice because you can reuse these things. Make sure I'm not reviewing the grades. Okay.
So we're gonna. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see anything.
Hey, they're all 10s then. See?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull these out and you get the bundle down here. So we were just talking before this. There's some kind of uncanny ability that you bestow upon your books.
The magic bingo.
So I have.
Maurice knows what I'm talking about.
So I have all these CGC forms. There's like about 6 of them here because these books spanned the signature modern, signature vintage tiers. There was some modern books, there was vintage tiers, and I think there was like a high value tier book. So it spread across multiple orders. Bottom line, his books were mixed in with a lot of other books. Somehow, all of the gift grades were on your books. I can't explain it. And the books that I thought that my books were really nice didn't get the good grades. So I don't know how that works, but that's how it happened. At least my impression. You may think, because I didn't have any grades on these books.
It's comic karma. So John, I know at the edge of your seat, some of your stuff's in here. we're going to find out what these grades are. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
so
exciting.
we're tribute to John here. These are mostly your books. And let me pull out the little Post-its that we can use to cover up. So I've had these books sitting around for about a month now, I think.
Yeah.
For a while. And this is an example. Actually, no, I'm taking it out of the bag. What am I doing?
Off to the
with
panties. Yes.
So this is one of the books where I instantly looked at it and I thought, yeah, I can guess the grade. I was wrong. It came back nicer than I thought.
It's clean. So this was Avengers number 9 that I had in my collection, and I decided, you know what? Let's send it in, see what it gets. Typically, what I do if they come back too high a grade, I sell them because I don't need anything super nice. But let's see how we start off. Boom! Nice.
I thought it was a 5.
All right.
And it's got white pages, so I was like, okay, this is disappointing.
It's a nice book.
How did they know it was your book and not mine?
It's magic. It's the Zingo.
Okay,
It's great.
and here's a great example. Take a look at the spine on your Hero for Hire number 1.
All right.
I'm looking at that going, yeah, there's some noticeable little creases and little nicks, there's little chips.
There's about 8 ticks. Yep.
So
none of them are
what,
big though.
What did you think that grade was? Because I had a grade in mind.
I thought it was a solid 7.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a 7.
Yeah.
But the Zingo magic says
But look
otherwise.
how clean it is. I just love clean books. I would take a lower grade clean book. I don't like when it gets all that smudgy sometimes it's stacking wear, but sometimes it's just it's that gray gribble and you just can't seem to get it off.
So what should have been a 7 is
Say kids.
an 8 with white pages.
It's beautiful. Those Tide Pods really do the job.
I don't understand. I just don't understand.
It's a beauty, and this will be at Empire Comic Fest in July, kids.
Now, I attribute most of these because of John's care and, attention to detail over the decades that he owned these books.
That's
and
my book, though.
It wasn't your Zingo, that Hero for Hire, was that John's?
No, that's mine.
Oh, that was yours.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. It rubbed off.
These first 3 books are all PC books.
Rubbed off. Okay.
So this is a classic Bernie Wrightson cover. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Is the kid actually being eaten by the tree?
No,
or
I always
dying?
ask
Okay.
people this.
There was one where he's being eaten by one of the trees.
Well,
which
it's
is
gonna
great.
get him. So the question I always ask people when they see this, when it shows is, does she stop and help him, or does she run?
She's busy shitting her pants.
Well, yeah, I think there's no getting him back.
Oh, she's gone. She's like,
You don't
sorry.
think she's gonna help him?
No,
I think
she's
that's her brother.
she's like, I have 2 brothers. I got a backup. So
I guess. Look at that tree, too.
Sayonara.
That tree is just trying to get her, to suck her in nice and close to get him. And then here's the best ad ever. So the kid has his BB gun ad, and he has it in his book, and he's dreaming about how he's going to get a gun and come in and kill all his classmates. Anyway,
okay with that thought.
this was a nice one. I thought I had a chance at an 8.0, but we'll see. It had some corner wear.
Boom! 8-0. That one I can understand. That one was borderline. I'm thinking 7.5. It can be picky.
This is another book.
Because I sent in 60 high grade pre-code horror books recently, and I was scrutinizing my books.
These 27.
So I was geared towards those bronze DC covers recently, and I'm looking at your cover going, I think it's a 7.5, but I could see an 8, so that one was fair. So House of Secrets 123.
It's a Frank Robbins classic, and I wasn't going to send this one in, and then I think it was a Comic Link auction, and a couple of these went for like insane money.
So a 9.8 copies sold. It was Heritage. Oh, was it Comic Link or Heritage? Sold 9.8 for $18,000.
Yeah, and I knew this was nowhere near that, but it's a nice copy.
A great ice cream cover.
Yeah.
And again, look at those spine ticks. You can see them from orbit.
You know where this is from? This is from that collection that Chet took in.
From years ago,
Yes.
the Sartorius collection.
The backroom collection.
That you got like sloppy thirds on. I was like sloppy seconds on that.
Yay! So, anyway, let's see what we
Yeah,
got.
I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near what
Survey
it
says. Boom! Oh, wow. I thought
Amazing.
7.
Yeah, look at the stretch
And white
marks.
pages.
I'm like, what? And these are mixed in with my books that got lower grades than yours. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
They're not color breaking. You got
Yeah,
two.
they are.
You got 2
Yeah, they
color
are.
breaking.
Hold it up to the camera. I see some white.
Well, you got some around this one staple. Maybe they took it easy on the staple, because that's where there's get the one bad one there.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's the Zingo. God, they're so clean too, aren't they?
I don't know. Maybe you're helping out the graders behind the dumpster. I don't understand how.
So that's a John book right there. That's a fantastic.
And this was another mind-boggling one. So Superman the Classic, Neil Adams, 233.
No more kryptonite.
I remember buying this, or I didn't buy this book. A friend of mine traded it back when I was in like
Power
6th or 7th grade. So I had this book a couple years after it came out. What was it, 1971?
71, yeah.
So at like 1976, I was reading it going, what the heck is this? It was a big, abrupt change from the classic Kurt Swan, the lighthearted, one and done, to more of a Marvel style. And I was like lost. I didn't know what the hell was going on in this book.
So one thing you'll notice about all of John's books, the perfect centering, horizontally and vertically. And also, he loves the deep, deep color stripe. And just look how dark these reds are.
So, how many spine ticks do you see on that copy?
3.
Okay.
Now,
is it a 9.6?
This book, the major problem is up there. You got a little bit of a crinkle up on the top. So, survey says, I thought it was an 8.5.
Nope. Boom! 908 pages.
Nice. All right.
You know what I did? I did clean and press all these books. I guess I'll attribute the grade bumps to.
Yeah, I dry cleaned them before I sent them over to you.
I wet cleaned them. Okay, so this was a mind-boggling. So Daredevil number 42.
Super clean.
So this one blows my mind because in the same submission, I submitted some pedigree Daredevil. I had the Dr. Doom covers. I think 35 and 37. They were from original order collection, beautiful, immaculate. They came back 8.5s. I'm like, what? So yours must be like a 7 because my copies looked flawless. And I'm thinking that one looks just as nice as my pedigree copies did.
I thought this was at least an 8.5.
As fortune has it, it's not.
Survey says, boom!
9.6. No idea how.
Wow.
And if you saw my other 2 Daredevil books I sent with the exact same copy, I sent in 2 copies, 35 and 37, just as nice as this. I got 2 8.5s.
Wow, that's awesome.
How? I don't understand.
Well, it doesn't have a single spine tick on it.
It is nice. I would give that a solid 9.4. I can see potentially better, but
yeah, I thought maybe an 8.5, 9.2. Yeah,
they're sticklers for 9.6s and especially 9.8s.
Oh, it's
so
nice.
Once again, unbelievable.
Zingo zango. Okay, now this book, because this is a John book.
Yep, there's a John book,
and it's really nice.
Very, very nice. I can see just the slightest whisper of a couple of the ticks on the spine.
Get close, John. We're going to reveal this one.
It's a blazer.
It is a blazer book, and it's a classic Bernie Wrightson cover. I love the way the guys are all stacked up around him as he's pummeling them. Like, if you saw him, would you come out there with an axe and a pitchfork? And he's already beaten. This guy's face.
You know what?
This guy's face is destroyed.
It's the
he's
swamp
got blood
thing.
running down his face.
It's the Swamp Thing. I'd either bring out one of those combines, the hay balers, or I'd bring out one of these Black & Decker like 15 horsepower weed whackers.
Yeah, some kerosene. Get ready, John. Here we go.
Boom! 9.6.
Wow! It's a blazer, kids. Look at that.
Once again,
Nice.
defies all known laws of
Now, this is the one that John was very excited about, John. This one you and I talked about.
I don't know. I can see some stress marks there on the staple.
There is stress
It
marks.
wasn't as nice as the last Swamp Thing. What does that matter?
This is my favorite Swamp Thing cover.
I like the Batman one. 7.
7's good. That's my first comic I ever saw, actually. Only I saw it coverless. And it took me 30 years before I realized it wasn't a Batman comic.
Yeah.
Because I used to dive in and look for, like, where the hell is the Batman, with Swamp Thing, and never realizing it was a Swamp Thing comic book. This one's beautiful. So this was one of John's pride and joy. I believe the story is he got this from the Koch warehouse. Mm-hmm. And I think he had 10
Avalanche Comics.
Yeah, he had 10 copies of this that he bought. And, I mean, he bought them for ridiculous prices.
Would you say that looks as nice as the previous Swamp Thing? I can see a little stressor on that staple.
You know what? The right side is nicer than this one is. This one had a little bit of waver to it. Colors are about the same. I'd say the other one's a little nicer. I thought this was at least a 9.4.
Okay.
That's what I thought at least.
Should be a 9.4.
Survey says
It's not. It's another 9.6.
all right.
With stress marks. I don't understand.
It's a beautiful book, John. We knew it had a chance. She's pretty. What's
Another blazer.
really
for John.
thick. What? The case.
That's what she said.
That's what I know. That's in the video. Say, you got something like this, you know you really got something in your hand.
Demonetized.
Yes. Not that we ever were. Okay, now this is a Gil Kane.
So you got a little bonus on the back
autograph.
there. So they don't encapsulate little things that come with the books. That's just not the
You hung on
COA.
to
I
it.
guess it is a COA.
Yeah, kind of.
Look at how authentic that thing looks.
Yeah. Someplace called Certificate of Authenticity from the Book Source.
Yeah, Uncle
Round
Bob.
Rock, Texas. Anyway, this was one of John's books that he had, and he was certain that it was, and obviously it came back authentic. So John, that we know that it is, and I know you're nodding your head right now, and you're saying, "Damn right, I knew it was."
Damn right, chicken licker.
But let's see what the grade was. This book was, I thought, real nice. It had a little bit of stress in the center there.
This is the only book that I agreed on the grade.
Yeah, I thought it was an 8.5 is what I thought it was.
This one I agreed to the grade.
Boom, 9.2. All right.
Yep.
That's great. And it's got a gorgeous silver Gil Kane signature there.
Too many
Kane
chips
lives.
on the spine to make it a 9.4, but there's only a few. So that looks like
It's a nice book.
This one just boggles me.
Okay. So now this one is a really nice Bernie Wrightson signature right across the top. And it's authenticated, which is great. And it's got these bizarre 49-cent stamps on it, which I don't know what the heck those were for.
Yeah, so somebody hammered it with a little, probably getting the ink cleaned off of one of their pricing things at the grocery store.
And this one's major problem is up near the 20 cents, it's got some wrinkling. And, I mean, Mike pressed it out, but...
Yeah, and you got a lot of reading stress right here, so somebody took the cover, must have rolled it back around.
So this one obviously is nowhere near as nice as the 9.6.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the signature, and it's a great signature right across the
I thought it might get up to like a 6, but it's not a pretty looking 6.0.
Yeah.
There's some stamps in the back cover too.
Yeah, I figured it was a 5.5, 6.0 on a good day.
Yeah, I can see a 5.5.
Let's see what we did.
And it's not 6.5.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So a 6.5 with Bernie's signature. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a beauty.
And here's your last one, Daredevil 158.
Yeah. First Frank Miller on Daredevil. This is also a John book. It had what I saw looked like 3 non-color breaking ticks on the spine, but other than that, it's perfect. I thought this one had a chance at a 9.2, is what I figured it was.
Yeah, I was thinking 9.2 also.
It's
9.4. I don't think you got dinged for any one of those books. If anything, every book, with the exception of the one Green Lantern, got a gift grade bump.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like I said, I'm going to test that to John's careful care of some of the books and my expert skills on that.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to see this next batch that John's got coming in, because I don't know what they are. This is him going through, and he only kept, I think, 200-300 of his favorite books. So
yeah,
there's probably another 200-300 books coming this way. So
yeah,
I got to feverishly get on them. They'll all be available raw, of course, other than the ones I take. Because what I've been doing is John and I have very similar collecting tastes. Like we like 20-cent horror, and we like, you know, a lot of the same books.
For a minute, I thought you said 20-cent horror.
I know. Oh, those prices. So what I've been doing is when John sends me his book, I take my PC book that I bought like at a show or online, and I keep John's book, because it just, you know, it's John's. It has more meaning, and he has his stamp, you know, the Dr. Von Chilla stamp on the back. So yeah, I save those. And
established in 1972,
I think.
Yeah, something
it
like
might be
that.
72, because I started in 74. You were 73. Yeah. Anyway, so it'll be interesting what we get, but what a great stack. What a great stack.
I just impressed. I can't believe, like I said, these were all mixed in with other books, and every book that got a gift grade was yours. The ones that didn't get gift grades were mine. If anything, the grades were lower. It was my
my
copies.
What that surprised me the most is that Superman.
That one, me too. That is about a $900 book in that grade.
Yeah.
That one blew me away, because it's got like a tanning to the cover. It's not
and
like
that one too.
Yeah, that
I
one
thought that wasn't this Daredevil. I thought it was a 9.2.
I got the invoice here. I'll show you. I had 2 other Daredevils in the same order, and they were just as nice looking. And somehow they picked yours as the best, and mine were A5s. I don't understand. But,
you know, what was the name of that guy that used to work at CGC and he used to watch the channel?
Oh, not that we had the insiders in there.
Don't say his real name, but
yeah, I was going to say his real name. I forget his handle. I don't remember. But
yeah.
Take a minute. It's been a while. He used to comment once in a while.
Yeah, I used to see him down at Charlotte when we go down. So
yeah, I think I bumped him in person once. Yeah, we did at one time. Went to Heroes Con.
Yeah,
he was there.
Yeah,
I'll be at Heroes Con.
I was getting
again.
the Sergio Aragones signature for John.
Yeah, I'll be at Heroes. I'll be at
is it Father's Day
Perfect Con,
weekend again?
Baltimore. Yeah, it always is. Well, not always. It's around that time.
Close.
Sometimes they move it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to see what's going on.
Reason to take your kids over.
I'm going to be pretty busy, so I might have time, might not. I've been going down. I have kids that live down there now, and my
grandkids that live down there now.
3-time grandfather now.
Grandpa.
So I've been going down south. I don't know, probably like every 3 to 5 weeks.
Getting that rocking chair ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The walking cane.
Got my banjo
Get
just
that
off
hurricane.
camera. Yeah.
Walking stick.
Ah. Dagnabbit. So let's see what Mike's got here.
Okay, so I do this kind of a short unboxing, so I brought a couple of books. Some of these I picked up recently, but I thought this might be a good time. Idea number 659 we never made a video for, which was to go and show some of our books in our collection. I think, what was it, the top 10 tag was going around a while ago.
Yeah.
Went on a couple of times. We never got to that idea. There was tons of things, having you dangle from the lightning rod and stuff in a big storm. We never got one. But these are a couple of books that I just threw together, and just give you an idea of what I have in my
signature.
PC. And did you say what Fantastic Four you got? You mentioned it earlier. So you picked up a recent big book.
Yeah, I did. Those of you who are active on Instagram, I worked with Jordan, Semperfi Comics, and we did a nice trade. Some books that I had, and I talked about it in a video. And I got a Fantastic Four 1 and 4/5. And a lot of people say it definitely looks better than the grade.
You could have done a video series called Path to a Grail.
Yeah.
Would have been how many years long, though?
Yeah, it's like that video that circulates where the guy started with, I think, a paper clip and he ended up with a house. So
yeah.
It was kind of like
but
that.
usually paper clipping, you wind up with a thumbtack. They never really come to fruition.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a long while, and like I said in the video before, Amazing Fantasy 15, I wouldn't say no to one, but I'm not like actively seeking one. But I think once I get past this move and all that, I'll be able to spend more time on this channel, and Mike and I talked about some ideas we had with that, and just get back more into the comic book end of things. I see a book here that I got rid of mine.
So a quick show and tell here. Not much of a path to these grails. So this book I've wanted for about, I think, 2015 or so. I started looking for it, and I like the Marvel monster pre-hero books, the Tales to Astonish Tales of Suspense.
Gateway. So
what I did is I decided one day, I took a bunch of Golden Age books that I had. They weren't anything great. There was a couple of books that were worth like $500 to $1,000, some off-brand like Fawcett's and Avon and other things. And I sent them to Heritage, and I used that money towards this book because I thought I'm not going to spend cash 100% on this. And I got lucky because I think it was the same week that they were supposed to give me my payout, this book came up. I had 3 of them. And I think, Anthony, I was sending you pictures asking some of your advice because they were very similar in grade, but the different eye appeal. But I ended up buying this copy of this book. I can only muster a 6.0 on this guy. What I paid for it in cash and trade was at the peak of the market. I got this in 2022, I believe. So I paid a healthy sum. But I think it was $3,000 cash, and the rest was essentially credit that I had from selling books.
Well, go try to find one in this condition.
But I like those monster covers. This reminds me more of, I think of more of like a Kirby monster, which technically it was.
I think this is nicer than a 6, Mike.
I think you should crack it out and press it.
I think you could fix that top real easy.
Yeah, possibly. It did look nice. Like I said, I had 3 copies to choose from.
I mean, and you think, it's only a half grade, but a half a grade in this book's a lot.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. I'm not
off-white to white pages. It's a beautiful book.
Keep it.
You got to get the 27, the first Ant-Man. You got to get that.
I got one of those
because that's a good gateway book too.
Yeah. I got one. Mine's a 7.5.
Yeah.
So that one I bought a couple years ago. This one I got 2 years ago, And this one was funny because I bought it on a whim, and no one else was gunning for it. I got it for, I'm gonna say, $1,000.
Wow.
And when you see what it is, I've had people like go, "What? I'll give you whatever you want for it." So this is a House of Secrets 92, and then it's autographed. Read off the autographs. These are all verified autographs.
Bernie Wrightson,
Yep.
Carmen Infantino,
Yep.
Len Wein,
Yep.
Louise Simonson,
Yep.
who's the model for this for boys and girls for you that don't know. Michael Kaluta. Wow.
Yep.
Tony DeZenga.
Yep. And
Mark Evanier.
Yep, Evander. So it's signed 7 times
from the personal collection of
Duke
Caldwell. Yeah.
And flip it over on the back. So what's inside is he had this book signed over several years at San Diego Comic-Con, and he kept the little coupon receipts you get when you get the book signed back then. It was 2020 or 2003.
This is a unique, one-of-a-kind book.
But it does look really, really nice for a 6.0, but it's signed 7 times on the inside. And it's just one of my favorite books that I got. And I got it for $1,000 back in, I think, 2023.
That's awesome. That's just a great book, Mike.
Yep.
It's definitely better than a 6, but I don't think it's worth cracking.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I mean, I bought it on a whim, and I was like, after I got it, I really appreciated it.
I've
it's
never
one of my
seen
favorite books.
A banner of signatures.
Yeah, and now CGC with their JSA only allows 2 verified autographs, so you can't put all those on. I don't know about the signature series, how many you can load up. So this next book here, I've got about 5 more. This next one, I had this on my want list back in 1992, my original want list. And I've been looking at it, kind of picking away at the edges, and finally I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. So last fall, I jumped on this, and I think I got a good deal because I got it for about 10% under fair market price. But it's a Showcase number 4. 6.0.
Boy, this has been one. This was when you and I first met. This was one of your grails.
Yeah, and it has been for 40 years. I just never wanted to pull the trigger.
Look at that.
I don't want to pull the trigger.
That's for you, Alan.
It's
Look how
hard
close
to find.
that is. Look at that date stamp. Perfect.
It's hard to find, and it can be very pricey. My very, very first Comic-Con back in 1983. I was in middle school. I worked the whole summer.
Great Reds.
I saved $1,000 because in the Overstreet Price Guide in 1983, you can check me on this, Showcase number 4 in near mint minus was going for $1,000. So I went to this Comic-Con thinking I could just walk in like a grocery store and just buy whatever comic I wanted. So I went there, I was like 12 years old, and I'm like, why can't I find a Showcase number 4 in near mint condition? I was so mad because I had $1,000. And I saw George Perez there, and I talked to George. It was one of his first shows. And I knew George Perez from the Teen Titans. He had been working for a couple of years. And he was autographing stuff. And I walked up to George and I'm like, what are you doing? And I go, are you selling comics? I had no idea what a comic show was about. But he was there to autograph books. And the concept of autographing books was like totally mystified me. And he looked at me and he's like, I autograph stuff. And I was like, why? Like, I didn't get it. I was annoyed. I was looking for that Showcase book and I was so annoyed. And George Perez was there, and I'm like, he's some hack. I don't know what he's doing here. So never got him to sign any of my stuff. Anyways, and this next book, this was also on my want list from way back in the early 90s when I started doing want list stuff. And I just bought this 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Super hard to find in this grade. But this is the bookend to the Showcase for Flash 105 and 8.0.
This is awesome.
Not an easy book to find in high grade.
It's perfect.
And again, I had some stuff that I sold
Look at
and
that
kind
red.
of.
Look at the red on that.
I did a cash trade deal on that.
That's a blazer.
And this is a twofer here. So back in the early days of my collecting, my cousins had some comics. And I learned years later they actually stole them from their uncle. So I got a bunch of comics from my cousins. And one of them was this coverless comic. And I didn't know what the cover was. So I actually made a cover. Actually, I did the artwork and did all this stuff. And I stapled it out. And I was like, your Werewolf by Night landfill copy. I did the artwork.
You remember the toenails someone drew in the margin on that one?
So I made a cover for this. And then years later I went seeking it. And I bought the whole run.
Oh.
I bought the whole run. And actually, I have 2 copies, and it is Little Sad Sack number 1. I love this book, but I had this book I was like 6 years old, and I made like the cover, and I made the first wrap was also missing, so I made the story art for it. But I don't know what cover artwork I did. I forget. I had no idea what it looked like, but yeah, I went back.
I had no idea there was a such thing as Little Sad Sack.
Yeah, it was an 18-issue series. They had 4 or 5 issues in Harvey Hits, kind of like how Brave and the Bold and Showcase did the tryout stuff. But I have them all. I have filed copies. I was seeking a high-grade copy of this, and I found 2 copies at the same time and wound up. I bought them both.
Is pretty dang nice.
Yeah, so
1964.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites from growing up. And this is a book that I got. I was watching Heritage Auction a couple months ago, and I watched this and I said, holy cow, I couldn't believe this book was there. I've wanted it for a long time. I never see this book. And the bidding stalled. And I'm out there doing yard work, and I'm like, bid. And I won it, and I got it for a shockingly low price. I got it for about 70% of GPA. So I was happy, but then I had no money to pay for it, so I had to go back and sell some stuff. But this is
behind the dumpster then.
Yeah, no. You were picking up that space. Journey into Mystery.
Oh,
#1.
So those of you who don't know, Mike has a sub collection of green hands, and then that kind of turned into hands in general. Because one of your favorite covers is that hand going over the car.
Yeah. So Batman, like Batman 130. Yeah. There's Challenges the Unknown. I think #2. House of Secrets #1. There's a lot of green hands groping. This is.
So when did it go past green hands? So because I remember it was just green hands. Now, I mean, you collect a lot of hands in general, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like purple, pink. There's a couple.
So what about the classic EC book where the hands are coming up and the car's swerving towards them?
Oh, there's this big human hand. I have that, but it's not part of the hand collection.
Not part of the hand collection.
Yeah, this is funny because you look at it long enough, and it's like the hands are they're creepy. They're kind of like going after the
lady there.
Gazongas there. They're not.
Hi-yo!
Yeah.
That guy's expression too. What's going on with him?
He's yelling, I wanted to do that.
Yeah. I guess she's got the cigarette ashtray out. It's so funny how things have changed.
Yeah. And 2 more books here. So this book right here.
June of 1952, by the way.
Yeah. And to find that in mid-grade, I was really surprised. I've seen that very, very low grade. So.
Nice book.
Yep, picked that up last year. And then 2 more to go. This one, this is a book that I didn't expect to buy because I already had it. One of my favorite EC covers. But this guy is special. This is Weird Science #16 because this is Al Williamson's personal copy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it has it on the label. He put it on the label. So I didn't even know when I first saw it, it was his copy. So I have another copy that's 8.0.
I just love the depiction of that alien. He looks like he's goopy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like he'd be sticky.
Yeah, it's a great Wally Wood cover. Yeah.
There you go, Mike. Your alter ego in the back.
I don't know about that.
Mike will be appearing like this at the EC episode.
Could be the amount of work it takes to pull
like
that show
thin.
out.
Oh, it's the.
It's a second generation case.
Second gen.
Yeah.
You can tell they're really thin.
Yep. So last book, I got many more, but I just wanted to kind of show and tell some of the stuff we never did our top 10.
Yeah.
But this is a chance to be a small video. This book, I think I first saw this back when I got the Gerber photo journals in like 1991 or 92.
They're upstairs in my living room.
And I fell in love with this book, and for years I kept watching it, and then I pulled the trigger about 1.5 years ago. And ironically, they just sold this book on the Heritage Auction earlier today, their big auction they had, and it's the same grade, sold for double what I paid for this. Double.
How long ago did you get it?
I bought this about 1.5 years ago.
Oh, wow, you really did
so
well then.
I got it for. I thought I got it for a song at the time, and I think it validated today's sale because they sold their copy went for $31,000, and this is the same condition. So this is the Captain America Comics #74, the great Red Skull, and like I said, this goes back. I've wanted this book for probably the last 30+ years. Never could find the right copy at the right price. Usually pop up. I did talk to Ed Jaster when they got the Promise Pedigree, and he said, hey, we got a 9.2 copy. And I go, 9.2? Where did that come from? And he told me about the Promise Pedigree. I'm like, I can't afford that. I think that 9.2 went for like $170,000, $180,000 out of my my price leave.
Awesome.
But yeah, I was happy. I got this like 1.5 years ago for half of the price of the one that sold for today.
It's amazing that the red has survived that long. This is from October 1949.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the covers on this copy, this issue, is always kind of skewed. If you look at how it's cut, it's always a little crooked. Like the logo's a little off. Sometimes it's pretty severe.
well, it's real easy to pick up too because the artwork is framed.
It's not square.
Yeah.
It's not centered.
This one's nice.
Some of them are pretty far off, but this one wasn't too bad. I think the one that sold today was probably well centered, which is why it went for twice what I paid for this
Staples
guy.
look good too.
So yeah, this is some of the books that I got in my personal collection. Certain things I will have forever in my so-called ETA Nick's top 500 books. I never see getting rid of these books, or at least the last ones I get rid of if I ever want to. So.
Well, that was great. So show's coming up. Make sure you stop in and say hey. We'll both be there. A lot of the other dealers that you're used to.
www.empirechomicfest.com.
You got to like this. It goes this way.
That's backwards though.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. And once we get the dust settles,
Actually, you are right. It's from here.
Yeah. Anyway, once the dust settles, we're gonna monkey around, probably do a little bit different. I think shows as far as
Oh, this isn't our last one?
No.
Oh, I was gonna make a Boys reference. If you guys are watching The Boys, you watch The Boys?
I do, but I'm not current, so don't say anything. I've seen the first episode of this season.
I'll spoil it. It is phenomenally good.
Okay.
A coincidence? This is your last show, and the series finale of Boys is in the same time? I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, it's
It'll be the last format of this, yeah.
Fantastic.
It'll be different. Like this won't be here anymore because I'll probably be in a new location.
Behind the dumpster.
Got to make ends meet.
I'm not going to make that.
Show me your power. So and then Mike's got the show coming up and tons of books.
July 10th and 11th. Yep, I've been holding back some good stuff, but I do a Instagram live sale every month, usually middle of the month, sometime on the 15th or the 20th. I'll have one coming up here in 2 weeks. Well, it's not going to make a difference if this video is going to come out tonight, but I think around the 21st of May, and then I'll do one probably before Heroes Con, squeeze one in. But yeah, check it out. Again, sellingcomicsdotcom over on IG. And then you'll see me at Heroes, not as a vendor, but as just a patron. And then I'll be at Terrificon as a vendor. So
A lot of big things coming up.
Yeah, comics all the time. I started collecting back in 1973.
A lot of stuff's coming in. So, yeah.
Haven't taken a break since. Tons of books at CGC, more than ever. Wow, it's just an avalanche of books.
I'm going to see if I can get, maybe live, see if I can get Nick and John and Anthony back on. Maybe we can do a reunion. We haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, I keep trying to get my channel revived, but I was playing Patrick. I had to do some hardware upgrades and stuff to get my camera equipment back online. I want to do a kind of a short format show. But
and this is a stay off my lawn, shaking my fist moment. But I watched the what people are putting out there as comic YouTube content now, and I don't know. I'm sure there's those of you that watch it and like it, but I think there's a large segment that misses.
So
10 years ago.
You've been doing this. I think your first video was, I want to say, was it summer, spring of 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
Because we started doing them shortly thereafter with the CGC books. But I've seen generations of YouTubers come and go in the meantime, like probably two. The generation is about 2 years, maybe a year and a half for most YouTubers.
Yeah.
So I've had people come, join YouTube community, they've left, and then the second generation has come and started on the way out. And you're still, I wouldn't say going strong, but you're still
here,
hobbling along.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes. It's weird. It just I look back before we did this today, and I looked at I used to post every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah.
And then it kind of started to slow down, and I think it's really kind of gone how comic books go. Like right before this, I looked at eBay and I just typed in comic books, and in the United States, there are 7.1 million listings for comic books right now. Yeah. And I know we used to check in that, and I want to say, weren't we, it used to be in the twos, right?
I started on eBay, there was under 100,000 because I could literally sit down and I can go through every single comic.
Yeah, it's like...
Like 20, 30 pages of books, but I can go through them all, so I would sort newest to oldest and just go through the first few every day. That was 1997 though.
Well, I know, but I mean, if you're thinking even 2020, I can remember there weren't that many, and I would think that there aren't that many listings, and I didn't dig into them, so a lot of it might be this new stuff, and
Yeah.
obviously the variant things exploded.
Part of it is a lot of stores have gone virtual, so probably 6.9 million are fixed price listings.
Okay.
So they didn't have fixed prices until like, I don't know, 10 or so years ago. So it used to be just auctions only. But yeah, I think a lot of that stuff is just stagnant inventory and people losing their businesses going virtual. I've had books on there for like 5 or 6 years. I have 14 years I've had books on there.
I think like there's still 7 comic book shops in our town.
13.
Oh, there are 13 now?
13, yeah.
Okay.
Within like a 45-minute drive. If you count Batavia,
okay.
I'm talking about Canandaigua,
Okay, yeah, I wasn't counting Canandaigua.
Yeah, Rochester proper, yeah, probably like 7.
But they're like I would expect, because I thought after the movies and everything kind of have died down that, and it isn't. Like if you go to a comic shop, people are like Free Comic Day was this last weekend.
Mobbed.
It was mobbed.
Yeah,
and
it was mobbed.
I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought that. And I don't know, maybe. I don't know what it is, and you have these weird mystery packs and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I've seen just a big shift from the speculator to the collector.
Yeah,
so
I
get
slid back.
A lot of people that have a lot more knowledge, they don't want to buy the graded stuff because they understand gradings. They want to buy the the value of raw books. I see a lot more of that, and a lot more of the people getting back into the completionist versus just I want the hotkey. I can make 5%.
Yeah, and I think the completionists kind of waded back in the weeds too till they saw the prices come back down, and now they can afford books that 2021, 2022 they couldn't touch them.
Yeah. Hey, Shaka, how's it going?
and now they can they can buy things. So show up to ECF.
Love wall-to-wall books.
There's going to be so many books. A lot of raw books. I don't have many slabs anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, these 11 plus I have about another 5 or 6, so I don't have a ton. I have a lot of raw books, and I mean, it's nice stuff. It's clean.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what John's. I'm excited, John, to see what you're turning loose. The last batch was awesome. This next batch.
You gonna wear your John T-shirt again? The Dr. Von Chilla collection.
Dr. Von Chilla, and then I have the custom labels for the boxes. So and I keep most of the boards that have a stamp on them. So if you want a piece of John's collection, stop on by and grab a book. I mean, some of them are in the $2 box. So I'm excited to see who shows up this year.
Yeah, we should do good. I mean,
I
every
started
year
to see
it's
it
bigger and
changing
bigger
last
numbers.
summer to where the collectors, even the younger guys, they were more into the raw, and they were buying because they loved the books, they loved the art. It wasn't so much they weren't flipping. I mean, the flippers are still out there, and you can see them a mile away.
Yeah.
They're on their phone before they approach your booth, and then they walk up and they want to start their spiel, which is fine. They think they're going to get more if they. They stick
Not if they come to you.
No.
They get the middle finger.
Yeah, I don't think I like.
They get the red ass special.
I like finding comics a good home, and most of the people that stop by, that's who we end up selling to.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'll see you all out there. Thanks for stopping. We're well and alive. 10 fingers. This is real. And remember, love what you have, not what you want, and that's more true now than it's ever been.
Yep.
Pack safe.
And good night, Miss Calabash, wherever you may be.
See you all.
Back from the dead.